Anybody home? Come on out, everybody! It's time to play!
You're crazy.
I'm not crazy, I just don't give a fuck! Smoking bars outside inside, and I wanna know what the fuck you're doing with my time!
Oh, I kick ass for the Lord.
What's up, weirdos, and welcome back to the Lucid Nightmare. I'm your host, as always, Jay Schatzer, and today I have an awesome, entertaining flick to show off to you guys. It is something of an oddity. It's Mike Cheslick's 2022 Hundreds of Beavers. Just a very, very weird and wacky film that you really have to see to believe, because it really goes crazy in parts. But yeah, that's what we're going to talk about today. So here is Hundreds of Beavers. So what can I say about Hundreds of Beavers? It is a very, very crazy, out there, entertaining flick that it's a dark comedy, bits of action, almost like a live action Looney Tunes. It really just goes into territory that you wouldn't expect. It's kind of a surprise hit for myself, and it's going to be a cult classic over the years because it really has a lot of character and craft that should be heralded more. But let's talk about the actual movie, the summary of it. It follows a Applejack salesman in the 19th century called Gene, and his establishment burns down sadly in a freak accident, and he's pretty much starving and winter is coming. So he's got to figure out how to survive. He tries doing different things like hunting and fishing. They all fall flat. He has to learn by kind of trial and error. And eventually he finds a merchant and his daughter, and they're giving, money and selling goods and things like that. So he gets up, he crosses paths with a trapper, and he kind of learns from him, but then something happens to the trapper, so he has to kind of carry on and do his own thing. But yeah, and then he runs across the title of the movie, the Hundreds of Beavers, who are just a nuisance. They're up to something. They have a big, huge plan. He has to pretty much hunt them because he wants to sell all of their pelts to kind of win the heart of the merchant's daughter. And the merchant will only give him a wedding ring to give to her if he gives him 100 pelts. So that's kind of the gist of it. It sounds simple. It gets even weirder from there on. And the execution, like I said, is like a live action Looney Tunes cartoon. There's a lot of slapstick gags that kind of, in my opinion, you really can't take anything out of the movie, but it does have a length to it. The film goes and goes and goes because there's a lot of like a learning curve that Gene has to go through to kind of go from a zero to a hero, the master hunter, if you will. And it's fun to watch him go through all those things to become very confident at the end of the journey, when in the beginning he's clueless, he's starving, and he can't figure out how to survive. But yeah, it's fun to see that all go through, and the way it's played out, again, it's like a dark comedy. There's a lot of dark humor, dark slapstick humor with the way he's like kind of killing these animals. And there's a running gag throughout it that he's like murdering all these animals as he goes. And then they show this like these two beaver characters. They're like Sherlock Holmes and Watson. And they're trying to figure out the mystery of who's killing all of their fellow furry friends. So it's kind of a running gag. It's almost similar to Monty Python's in the Quest for the Holy Grail, where there's like the police are following in the tracks of the King Arthur and his knights as they kind of kill people and look for the Grail. So it's got that kind of same setup that happens throughout the movie, which I really thought was great. But a lot of it just, there's a lot of interesting ways they do things, and there's almost like a video game aesthetic to it, where like you go to the merchant shop and you're buying stuff like a role-playing game. It's really cool. It really brought me back to my old role-playing roots. And yeah, just the humor on display is very clever. It's very well crafted. They have setups and payoffs, and some setups will happen at the very beginning of the movie and won't pay off until the very end. But it does get elaborate. It does get very detailed in its antics, especially the very end when he finds himself inside the fortress of the 100 Beavers, and he has to kind of get out of there. And there's almost like a video game side scroller aspect of him on logs trying to get away from the Beavers while they're chasing him. It's just fun stuff all around. Great humor, really fun, over the top, enjoyable cinema. I highly recommend it. Now, of course, this is all in black and white, as you can see from the video, and it's just really shot with that kind of aesthetic in mind. Really beautiful stuff. Really witty stuff. What can I say? But yeah, that is Hundreds of Beavers. Just a great special, unique film that, like I said, it will eventually, I believe, get a cult classic status, because it's just that clever and well thought out. There's a lot of heart behind this movie, and that's why I wanted to make this video, just because I think it's underappreciated. I know a lot of people have kind of been curious about it, because it did kind of grow in popularity of people seeing a lot of the stuff, especially like the fight scene between Gene and the Beavers, which I didn't even mention the Beavers are actually like in suits, like mascot suits, so it's ridiculously fun. All the animals are in mascot suits with humans playing them. It's a weird, warped world, and I love every minute of it. But guys, that's it for me. Hope you enjoyed that one, and I hope you like what I'm doing here. If you do, please like and subscribe, and if you have time, leave a comment below, because I love hearing from you guys. But until then, I will see you all at the next Lucid Nightmare. See ya!